Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And as I'm saying that, I don't think I really did much of an intro. What am I doing? I don't even know how to play this anymore. Why is because I've got this stupid explosives equipped. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't remember actually doing the intro in the previous episode, which is no big deal. You know what you're watching. It says so right in the title. It's fine. I also in the previous episode, I suspect, probably said, "Oh, I will have already taken care of that battlefield by the time that you guys, return for the next episode," and then I started recording and realized that that wasn't the case. And I mean, I guess I could just edit all of this out, but I doubt I'll do that. I think I'll just try to babble my way through something remotely interesting. I don't remember if in the previous episode there's been quite a few gaps of time in between sessions. So in between episodes, in between episode 7 and 8, there was like a 2-week gap, and then in between episode, for the recording session, and then in between episode 8 and 9, there was quite some time. So cannot for the life of me remember what I talked about last time, but I bet I talked about the fact that episode 5 vanished. I don't know if I explained this very well, though. So what happened is, in case you hadn't noticed the schedule was something like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like Sunday would be Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Monday would be Ys 5, Tuesday would be Sword of Mana, and then starting on Wednesday would be Mystic Quest again, and then Thursday would be Ys 5 again, and Friday would be Sword of Mana again. Well, one day, and I go and I try to check my channel every day, to stay on top of comments and respond to any questions and all that kind of stuff. And so one day I go to check my channel, and thank goodness I caught it on the day of. In fact, I think I caught it like within that very same hour or something like that. An episode called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest 5, episode 5 published. And somebody was like, this is not Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And I looked at the video like, well, of course it's got to be Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. What is this person talking about? And I looked at it, and it was not Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It was Ys 5's episode 5. And then, wait a minute. Now I'm wondering, as I'm saying this, I'm wondering if Ys 5's episode 5 was... No, okay, so what had happened, I suspect, is when I went to upload Final Fantasy Mystic Quest episode 5, I accidentally clicked on the Ys 5 episode 5 file. But, it should have... When I went to upload it again later for Ys 5 episode 5, like the real Ys 5 episode 5, it should have at that point told me, it should have at that point told me I was uploading a duplicate episode, and I never got a warning saying that happened, so... Oh no, this is possibly disastrous. I do not give up. Let's just hope that they don't do that to me again. Yeah, so that's actually something I really should check once I finish this play session, is to see, did Ys 5 episode 5 ever get uploaded correctly, or was that Mystic Quest episode 5 and I just swapped the two somehow? All I know is that I saw that was the case, that oh my gosh, this is Ys 5, not Mystic Quest, so I took it down, I deleted it, and then I was like, well, it's fine, because at home, I wasn't at home at the time, I was checking this on my phone, I think. I was like, well, at home, I know I've got at least the raw files. Okay, I should probably heal before I do anything fancy here. Let's see, spell. She's got way more white magic than I do. So I was like, it's no big deal. I'll just check, I'll just re-edit the episode, which there's not a whole lot of editing that goes into these Let's Play episodes. So it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I'll just re-edit it, re-render it, re-upload it. It'll be fine. I can even get it out the same day. No big deal. So I got home and remembered, oh yeah, I deleted all of the raw files because we were running out of room on the hard drive for the computer that I record these Let's Plays on. So in order to make room for more Let's Play recording, I deleted all of the raw files, thinking, well, I've uploaded all of those episodes. It's fine. But yeah, that meant that episode 5 for Mystic Quest is forever gone. What can you do? So let's go ahead and stay at the inn. And now we can head to that dungeon. The Pyramid of Ice, or whatever it's called. This is not the way to the Ice Pyramid. Here we go. Ice Pyramid. Very fancy name. Hey, this guy's eyes are funky. I see a switch in the statue, but can't reach it. Let's push it with something. With something. What? Huh? Am I supposed to blow it up? Huh? Oh, that's not the button. Is it this sword? Easy. Okay, maybe I should leave the sword equipped. Maybe it's trying to tell me, hey, by the way, the enemies in here weak against swords. Where are all the enemies? Oh. What? I thought the whole thing about this game was that it didn't have random encounters, that it had the enemies right there on the board. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like somebody else. I won't explain. Oh, I think that's the whole thing about, yeah, now that we have the magic mirror, I'll be able to see the enemies, I think. Let's see here, item. Do I equip it, or? Because I still don't see any enemies. I suspect there are some around here. Is it something that am I armor? No. It is in the items section. Huh, I guess I don't equip it. Oh, there's the enemy, okay. Yeah, so the weird thing about this is that it suddenly turns it into random encounter time until you find an item that makes the enemies appear. Explosives. Okay. And up here, there is some floaty guy that I can't reach until I go around over here. This dungeon's, I guess it's supposed to be a pyramid, so those are supposed to be like hieroglyphs, but for some reason to me it looks more like sci-fi kind of stuff. Refreshers. I forget what the heck refreshers are. I need a refresher on what a refresher is. Har 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 har. Yeah, the sword does not not super effective. I really need to tell her to not be on auto anymore. Oh, as I say that, I go ahead and push the button that... Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave her on auto for now. For the lols. No! See, that's why I don't want her to be... Never again. Okay. So many enemies. I'm going this way first. Control. There we go. Attack. Attack. Ugh. The axe and the sword, really, there's not a whole bunch of difference when attacking these Lamias. Okay. Their faces. I don't know why I find that so enjoyable, but I do. Oh, she's running out of arrows. I should have paid attention to that and purchased her plenty of arrows. I like that the old flying wizard has fallen down, but he's still hovering. Oh no, she's confused. Okay, there we go. Yay, level up. So many enemies. Oh, darn it. I accidentally... Yeah, whoops. Ugh. Lamia's enough. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Well, at least it was an attacking spell against the enemy, so that's nice. So I don't know if this is the place or time to talk about this, but I'm having a kind of weird day, and it's just funky because not to bring everybody down or anything, but it's the birthday of a friend of mine who passed away, and then also simultaneously it's the birthday party of one of my best friends. Her actual birthday is not today. It's in a couple days, but she's got a big fancy birthday party, and they weren't in the same friend group, and so if they were, I suspect she probably wouldn't be having her party today because she might be aware that some people might be having a funky day. But he was only 24 or something like that. He passed away last year in I feel like it was December. And so yeah, today's his birthday, so it's kind of it's not like, oh my gosh, my dead friend's birthday is today. It's more about just how weird it is that like today is his actual birthday, but then another friend of mine is having her birthday party today, so I have to go and like be like, hey, happy birthday, even though it's not your birthday, and somebody's birthday who it really is not around anymore, so that's unfortunate. But he had a pretty rare sort of disease thing going on, so, and it's something that he's had since birth basically, so it was not a surprise. We all knew he was going to die much sooner rather than later, so it's not like it was sudden or anything. I mean, it was sudden-ish at the time because I had just seen him and he seemed perfectly well, but that's how this particular thing goes. I mean, right before that, he had been in the hospital for a couple months, and then they were like, you're doing well enough to go home. You can go home. And so then he did go home, and we have a thing called Friends Thanksgiving, which is right before real Thanksgiving, because, I mean, not everybody enjoys having Thanksgiving with their families, so this provided, and also, as some of you guys who are a bit older may or may not know, you know, sometimes you move away from your family, and so even if you want to spend Thanksgiving with them or whatever, that's not always a possibility because you live, you know, in another state because you're going to college in another state, or it's post-college and you've decided you want to keep living in that state you went to college, or, you know, whatever various variety of reasons. So and then sometimes you have families that you just don't enjoy having Thanksgiving with, so this was always a kind of... As I'm telling this story, I'm realizing how stupid I am when attacking this bird. I'm sure that was frustrating you. I will not do that anymore. There we go. Although there are no more of those birds on the screen. But in any case, yeah, so we would have this thing called Friends Thanksgiving, where we'd each make a dish and bring it, and it's usually hosted by the same particular friend. And then, yep, so, and then this whole group of friends, we always have an annual Halloween party together, and that's hosted by a different one of the friends, and so yeah, I saw him at the Halloween party, and he had just gotten out of the hospital, and he was doing fine there at that Halloween party, although he hadn't dressed up, and we all kind of, that's like a big no-no with this group of friends. You've definitely got to dress up for the Halloween party, but of course he got a pass because he was just recently in the hospital with a, you know, he was on the verge of death, so, you know. In any case, but he seemed pretty fine there, and happy and everything, and there's a silly picture of me dressed up as Finn from Adventure Time, with my friend Sarah dressed up as like a witch or something like that, and then out of nowhere is his face in the background just photobombing it. And then, and so then we had like the Friends Thanksgiving thing that I was talking about, and he was at that one. He was doing a little less well. He almost wasn't going to be able to come to the Friends Thanksgiving, but he decided he was feeling up to it and managed to come and still had fun at the party and everything, and so it was good. But then less than a month after that, he passed away, so that was kind of surprising. It's just because with that particular disease, you know, it can kind of happen at any time. Unfortunately, it's not a progression really, like you can get really bad and then better and seem perfectly well and then not be perfectly well, so in any case, that's why I am having a slightly funky day, because today is his birthday, and then I'm right after I finish this recording session, I have to get ready for a fancy dinner party for a different friend. And be all like, happy birthday to you. And it's not super looking forward to it, which is unfortunate because she's one of my best friends and I want to be super happy for her and stuff, but I'd really rather not go. But, oh well. So I kind of am doing this recording session as a palate cleanser, if that makes any sense. Like, I kind of feel like, oh, if I kind of play some video games and have to talk about them and stuff, that will kind of take my mind off of how much I don't want to go do that thing. So that way, by the time I'm done with recording the Let's Plays, then I'll be like, okay, I have to go to that thing, and it's like I won't have a choice. I won't be able to think about it and weasel my way out of it with some, you know. I am, you may not guess this about me, but I am the king of weaseling my way out of plans. Even things that I really would enjoy doing, sometimes I'm just like, rather not today. And so I'm very good at, I hate it when people are like, I'm not very good at lying, but it's kind of true. I am not good at lying. Like, anytime I try to lie, people can see right through me. So I've learned that I can never lie directly, not because I'm just too good of a person to lie, but because I'm so terrible at it that people can see right through me. So I don't ever lie directly, but I am really good at doing something that's possibly even worse, which is I am very good at stating truths and facts in such a way as to mislead somebody into drawing the wrong conclusion. So I use that, unfortunately, to my advantage a lot when I'm like, I really don't want to go do this super fun thing for some reason or other. It's always something that I actually, on paper, would enjoy doing, but, okay, control. So yeah, on paper, I'd be perfectly happy with doing whatever the thing is, but in practice, for whatever reason, that particular day, I just don't feel like it, or I didn't get enough sleep the night before, or blah blah blah, then I'm very good at stating facts that make it sound like I have a perfectly rational reason for not attending or whatever, or canceling the plan, which is not very nice, and it's probably something that I should work on fixing, or work on just not doing. But this has been a very weird episode. This is like my therapy episode or something like that. And you know, I'm just now realizing that this has probably been a very long episode. I have no idea how long it is. I didn't set any kind of timer or anything. So I think we're going to call it quits for this episode. And I'll meet you guys in the next episode when we take on this floating wizardy guy. See you then. Bye, guys.